for a 1-month internship this summer. Students will receive business Korean and workplace culture training, while companies participate free of charge. Mentors will get a 500,000 Korean won stipend, and students will receive scholarship-based wages. Applications for interested companies run from April 16th to 29th via email. In international news, more than 1,000 people have been left with respiratory problems after a sandstorm swept across Iraq's central, southern parts of the country. One official in Muthanna province reported that at least 700 cases of what they said was suffocation. Footage shared online showed areas cloaked in a thick orange haze, with local media reporting power cuts and the suspension of flights in a number of regions. And now for today's weather. The current temperature in the Busan area is around 15 degrees Celsius with clear skies. The temperature will average around 11 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BEFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you're someone who wants to see the deep blue sea, I recommend a trip to Busan. If you're someone who wants to hike up a mountain and take in a full view of the city, I recommend a trip to Busan. If you're someone who wants to explore a traditional market full of fresh fish and seafood, I recommend a trip to Busan. Wherever you go, it turns into a stunning travel destination. That place is none other than Busan. Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this Tuesday with Every Breath You Take by The Police.
Every word you say
That was Every Breath You Take by the Police, welcoming you to For Your Busan this Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Nick, and it's wonderful to be with you on the second day of this week. Now, when people think of Busan, the first thing that often comes to mind is its image as a tourist city. In line with this reputation, Busan is home to countless amazing attractions, and the number of visitors coming to the city increases every year. To help more tourists enjoy Busan even more, the city has been developing various tourist programs, and one of the most popular is the Busan Visit Pass. So, if you're planning a trip to Busan, the Busan Visit Pass is a must-have for travelers who want to explore the city easily and affordably. It's a special all-in-one tourist pass that gives you free or discounted access to major attractions, as well as unlimited rides on public transportation during the validity period. With the Busan Visit Pass, you can enjoy famous destinations without having to buy separate tickets. It not only saves time and money, but also offers exclusive discounts at selected restaurants, cafes and shops. Now, according to Busan City statistics, over 376,800 passes have been issued since its launch in February 2023. That's like 1/3 Now, these days, individual travel is becoming more popular than group tours, especially among the younger generation who tend to look for practical, cost-effective options. As a result, the Busan Visit Pass is expected to become even more widely used by travelers seeking convenient and affordable ways to experience the city's top attractions. So we hope that all tourists visiting Busan will take full advantage of this pass and enjoy an even more fun and memorable trip, particularly as the weather is starting to get pretty good. Walking to work today, the sun was shining and I felt good. It was around 15 degrees, so I'm really looking forward to the summer in a couple of months. I know winter is still here and we should enjoy it while it's not too hot, but I can't wait to get to that beach. Got lots of love coming in, which is always fantastic to see on YouTube Live and also on KakaoTalk. Benny Nim coming in first as always, saying, happy, my favourite day, Tuesday. You know what, I just realised why it might be your favourite day, Benny Nim. I always thought, why Tuesday? What is special about Tuesday? But I know why. It's because Yurian is here. That's what, right, Chang PD. I know he's a big fan of Yurian. There you go. We've got Mina Linim saying, happy Ohio. Good to see you, Mina Linim. Very early today. I hope you're having a great day. Juliet Nim saying, hello, everybody. I swear, Ning Nim's Poyol Busan is not the small burst of happiness, but the very biggest. This show makes me feel less tired and gives me more energy, of course. Thank you, as always. That's super sweet of you to say, Juliet Nim. I know you get a lot from this show, and your presence here makes it so much better. 감사합니다. Thank you, Juliet Nim. And I hope you're having a good Tuesday and enjoying this decent weather. 소이님, always good to see you, 소이님, saying 오늘따라 유달리 더욱 화사한 닉. 얼굴은 안 보이지만 오늘도 멋진 장 PD님, 즐거운 화요일이에요. Do you want to come out? Do you want to come out, Jang PD? Show your face. Lots of people were also appreciating our writer, Hong 작가님, who was fixing the magnet behind me, which doesn't want to cooperate with us. It's you know, magnets are a force, right? It's a force, and these forces deplete over time. Magnets are not excluded, so the magnetic force and the strength is getting slightly weaker. So we've reduced it to 1 for now. That seems to have solved the issue. But Juliet Nim saying, 오, 작가님 옷이 너무 예뻐요. She's a fashionista, our Hong 작가님. Good to see everyone else coming in. Sangmin Park Nim, good to see you as always, my friend. And Jin Lee Nim coming in with waves. Soy Nim actually liking... there she is. If you're looking on YouTube Live, she's busy at the computer. There you go. She doesn't realise. It's like an episode of Big Brother right there. We love you, Hong 작가님. She still hasn't realised. Anyway, Soy Nim also loving the first song, Every Breath You Take by the Police. Of course, Sting was the main singer of the Police. And Sting 목소리는 예전이나 지금이나 변함없는 듯합니다. Right, Sting has a fantastic voice. As always, I wish I could sing like him. More messages coming in. Actually, lots of love today, which is great to see. Jenny J. Leenham. Actually, you've changed your name back to E.J. Lee. That's interesting. Saying happy Tuesday, Nick 친구들 반가워요. Good to see you, Jenny EJ Lee님. Welcome to the show. Relocation as well. Always coming in with a positive message. 안녕하세요. 모든 분들 행복한 하루 되세요. 등산 왔는데 너무 힘들지만 화창하고 공기도 깨끗하네요. Wait, so you're on top of a mountain right now? You're at the top of a mountain and you're listening to For Your Busan? That's awesome. Enjoy the fresh air. Get some good deep breaths in and be safe on your descent down, Relocation. That's awesome. On a Tuesday, enjoying a bit of hiking. I wish I had time to do that. We've also got everyone coming in. Chae Sung Nim as well saying hello. And these days I can't go hiking due to fires. That's awful, isn't it? I hope you get to go soon. All right, the time is 4:15 in the afternoon. Remember, today's text topic is chosen by you. Let us know what you would like to discuss, and it could be chosen. You can join the conversation in English or Korean. Send a message to #9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live message. I think that's the best way to get involved. Just hop onto YouTube, type in BFM, click on For Your Busan. You'll see me in the studio, and you can talk with all of our friends in the live chatting area. So, in the first half of the show, we're going to have Busan Is, where we bring you the latest updates and insights in the Busan News segment with 6 p.m. news anchor Hong Jung-hwa. Latin Maria will hopefully follow that. Time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. It's also a moment to reflect on how things were back in my day. Relationship Matters will be at the end of the first half, where Yurian comes in and she talks about how to overcome conflicts and problems in all manners of relationships. And then in the second half, it doesn't stop. We've got On the Mic, where we listen to stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets. Busan Quizmaster will be after that. Of course, a chance for you to get involved and win some prizes, hopefully. Have a bit of fun too. That's the most important thing. And then to close the show, Steve will be here for My Hometown Olympics, spotlighting the sports scene in Busan, uncovering hidden sports clubs around the city. Lots of fun stuff coming your way. 그리고 오늘도 문자, 카톡, 그리고 너튜브 라이브 댓글로 참여해주신 분들께 선물이 기다립니다. 저와 함께 2시간 끝까지 같이 해주시길 바랍니다. You can be the prize winner potentially of today. So participate through the show, have a bit of fun, come and say hello, don't be shy. Don't be shy because I don't bite and, you can practice a bit of English or Korean, whatever you want. Feel comfortable coming here and just saying hello. Relocation says, 지금 산 정상에서 포일 부산 시청 중입니다. 영어가 더 잘 들리는 것 같습니다. Maybe because of the clear air, it sounds extra clear. Or maybe because you're getting fresh air, your head is, or you're getting more oxygen into your brain, which means everything, maybe you become a little bit smarter that way. That's really cool. I don't think many people listen to the radio show on the top of a mountain. Be safe, of course, my friend. All right, don't go anywhere because Busan Is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 4:18 in the afternoon, and just putting on the headphones now is 홍당당님. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요. 오늘 카메라가 장난꾸러기네요.
예, 그렇죠. 장 PD가 장난꾸러기라고
장난꾸러기의 장 PD.
뚜른치. 좋은 하루 보내고 계신가요?
네, 날씨도 좋고요. 어제보다 그래도 좀 따뜻합니다.
그죠.
네네.
햇빛이 좀 많이 나와가지고 되게
맞아요.
좋은 것 같고요.
네.
제가 오늘 걸어왔을 때 되게 기분이 좋았습니다. 햇빛도 막
걷기 좋은 날.
그죠.
네네.
모든 이 초록색이 너무 많이 보여가지고
맞아요. 눈이
몸도 좀
환해지는 느낌.
그렇죠.
맞습니다.
예, 아주 좋았습니다. So we're going to start off with some news.
네, 부산시가 여성폭력 피해자 반려동물 돌봄 사업을 추진한다는 소식입니다. 이 사업은요, 최근 반려동물 문제로 인해서 보호시설 입소를 포기하고 이 폭력 상황에 노출되는 여성폭력 피해 사례를 예방하기 위해서 마련됐습니다. 여성폭력 피해자가 보호시설에 입소한 경우에는 피해자의 반려동물을 최대 7개월간 위탁 보호해주고요. 또 긴급 피난처에 입소하는 경우에는 반려동물을 동물병원에 최대 7일간 일시 보호해주기도 합니다. 또 피해자와 반려동물이 함께 머물 수 있도록 여성폭력 피해자 지원시설 모두 3곳에 11개의 룸을 마련했습니다.
Busan City is launching a pet care program for female victims of violence to support women who are unable to seek shelter due to concerns about their pets, thereby helping to prevent further exposure to violent situations. Under this initiative, when a female victim of violence enters a shelter, her pet can be placed in temporary foster care for up to 7 months. If the victim enters an emergency shelter, her pet can be temporarily cared for at an animal hospital for up to 7 days. Additionally, to allow victims and their pets to stay together, 11 rooms have been set up across 3 support facilities, specifically for female victims of violence.
네, 부산시가 부산국제건축제 조직위원회와 내년 2월까지 매주 주말 뚜벅뚜벅 부산 건축 투어를 운영합니다. 부산 건축의 우수성을 알리기 위해서 운영되는 시민 참여 프로그램인데요. 도심 속 건축물을 따라 걸으면서 건축의 역사와 가치를 체감하는 방식으로 진행됩니다. 도시와 건축에 관심 있는 시민이면 누구나 참여 가능합니다. 건축 투어는 센텀시티 건축 해운대구, 또 남구에 있는 UN 문화건축, 또 중구에 있는 원도심 건축, 동래구에 있는 동래 전통 건축 코스가 있는데 올해는 동구에 있는 산복도로 건축 코스를 새롭게 선보이게 됐습니다.
The city of Busan, in collaboration with the Busan International Architecture Festival Organizing Committee, will operate the Dubak Busan Architecture Tour every weekend until February next year. This architecture tour is a citizen participation program aimed at properly promoting the excellence of Busan's architecture. Participants will walk through architectural landmarks in the city, experiencing the history and value of architecture firsthand. Anyone interested in urban and architectural culture can join. The tour includes courses featuring representative urban and architectural cultural assets of Busan, Centum City architecture, UN and cultural architecture, old city architecture, and traditional architecture of Dongnae. This year, a new course on the architecture of the mountain roads will be introduced.
네, 사하구의 한 철강 제조업체 고철 야적장에서 발생한 불이 44시간 만에 꺼졌습니다. 11일 밤 11시 30분쯤에 YK 스틸 야적장에서 난 불이 14일 저녁 8시경에 모두 진화되면서 소방당국은 화재 발생 29시간 만에 큰 불길을 잡았는데요. 지난 사흘 동안 인력 168명, 장비 66대를 동원해서 진화 작업을 벌였습니다. 화재 현장이 아파트 단지와 가까워서 연기와 냄새 피해를 호소하는 주민의 불편 신고도 잇따랐습니다. 119 신고가 사흘간 180건 이상 접수됐습니다. 소방당국은 야적장에 고철 1,500톤이 적재돼 있었고 이 중에서 15톤이 불에 탔다고 밝혔고 또 경찰과 소방당국은 합동 감식을 벌여서 정확한 화재 원인 조사에 나설 계획입니다.
A fire at a steel manufacturing company scrapyard in Sahagu, Busan was fully extinguished after 44 hours. According to the Busan Fire and Disaster Headquarters, the fire, which started at 11:34 p.m. on April the 12th at the YK Steel Scrapyard, was completely put out by 7:53 p.m. on April the 14th. Firefighters managed to control the major blaze 29 hours after it started, deploying 168 personnel and 66 pieces of equipment over the past 3 days. The fire site was located near an apartment complex, resulting in numerous complaints from residents about smoke and odor. Over 180 reports were filed to 119 during the 3 days. The authorities estimate that out of 1,500 tons of scrap metal stored in the yard, 15 tons were burned. Police and fire authorities plan to conduct a joint investigation to determine the cause of the fire.
네, 부산시가 지어진 지 80년이 넘어서 심각한 결함으로 재난 위험이 큰 2등급 공동주택 주민들의 신속한 이주를 지원하기로 했습니다. 부산에는 중구와 영도구 모두 4곳 25가구 주민이 이 2등급 공동주택에 현재 거주 중인데 거주자들의 경제적인 어려움과 임대주택 입주 자격 제한 등으로 이주가 장기간 지연되고 있습니다. 이번 협약 체결로 2등급 주택 거주자들은 임대주택 공급 또 최초 무조건 입주, 재난관리기금 지원 등의 혜택을 받게 됩니다. 중구 남포동에 있는 부산의 최초의 아파트 1, 2호 아파트로 전해지고 있는 청풍장과 소화정이 있는데 일제강점기였던 1941년과 1944년에 4층 높이 각각 1개동으로 건립됐습니다.
The city of Busan has decided to support the prompt relocation of residents living in grade apartment buildings, which are over 80 years old and at high risk of disaster due to severe structural defects. Currently, 25 households are living in 4 such apartment buildings located in Junggu and Yeongdo-gu. However, the relocation process has been significantly delayed due to residents' financial difficulties and restrictions on eligibility for public rental housing. With the signing of a new agreement, residents of Grade E housing will now benefit from various forms of support, including access to public rental housing, unconditional initial admission, and assistance from the Disaster Management Fund. The apartments, known as 청풍장 and 소화장, referred to as Busan Apartments No. 1 and 2 in Nampodong, Junggu, were each constructed as 4-story buildings in 1941 and 1944 respectively during the Japanese colonial era.
네, 여기까지 부산 소식 전해드렸습니다.
저 항상 뉴스에 이 한글이 영문으로 나오면 읽기가 되게 힘들거든요.
맞아요. 청풍장, 소화장.
그죠. 영문으로 나와 있어가지고
맞아. 차라리 한글이 더 익숙한 우리.
그렇죠. 말 그대로 읽으면 치영펑장인데 그래서 제가 좀 빨리 생각해가지고
중국말 같아.
뭐지?
아까 제가 얘기했던 그 발음을 그대로 맞다 여기다. 역시.
It's a little bit tough, but that's English for you. So it is now time to move on to our proverbs. 이제 속담 시간이 돌아왔습니다.
네, 그렇습니다. 3가지 속담 오늘도 준비했습니다. 뒷부분 리기 채워주세요. 네. 소리 없는 벌레가 제일 무서워요. 약간 무슨 암살자 이 그늘에 막 숨어 있어가지고 약간 거미처럼 네.
가끔씩 바퀴벌레처럼. 바퀴벌레는 소리 어떨 때는 낼 수도 있지만
맞아요.
그죠. 그리고 약간 소리 지르거든요. 어떤 약간 종류가 있거든요. 너무 가까이 가면 하고.
바퀴벌레가요?
예, 맞아. 근데
소리
원래는
없는
좀 조용한 편인 것 같아요.
소리 없는
바퀴벌레.
벌레가 무섭다? 좀
제일
통하는 것
무서워요.
같기도 해요. 왜냐하면 아무 소리도 안 내는 이 벌레가 놀랍게 무슨 일을 한다는 뜻을 가지고 있거든요. 소리 없는 벌레가 정답은 벽을 뚫는다.
왜요?
그러니까 비유적인 표현인데 말없이 묵묵히 일을 하는 사람이 결국 큰 일을 해낸다 이런 뜻입니다. 네, 그것을 그냥 조용히 벌레가 잘 소리 안 지르니까 벌레를 비유를 했는데 네. 토끼도 소리 안 지르는데 그래도 벌레는 그 아주 작은 벌레를 카메라 빨리 돌리면 잎사귀 갉아먹는 그 속도 정말 빠르잖아요. 싹싹싹 먹더라고요.
그런 것들이 되게 뉴스에 많이 나오는데 어떤 무슨 일이 일어났는데 어떤 사람이 아주 안 좋은 범죄를 저질렀는데 근데 뭐 이 주변 사람들을 인터뷰해가지고 이 사람이 너무 조용하고 되게 말이 없는 사람이었는데 어떻게 이런 큰 일을 할 수 있을지.
그것과는 굉장히 거리가 멀어요.
그래요? 제가 좀 잘못
이것은
이해했나 봐요.
묵묵히 자신의 일을 열심히 한 사람이 결국 그 분야에서 큰 일을 이룬다는 내용이지 알겠습니다. 없고 막 되게 음침하게 혼자 있다가 범죄를 저지르는 것과는 전혀 거리가 멉니다.
알겠습니다. Okay. Anyway, the quietest bugs they dig into walls.
네.
Apparently.
소리 없는 벌레가 벽을 뚫는다.
Alright, let's move on to number 2.
네. 어떤 한 가지 일에 능숙한 사람이 다른 것도 잘한다는 뜻의 속담입니다. 국수 잘하는 솜씨가
장사를 해야지. 국수집을 차려가지고 맛집을 차려서 그렇게 해야죠. 국수 잘하는 솜씨가
국수랑 비슷한 음식 뭐 하나 있을까요?
칼국수. 스파게티. 어떤 막국수.
다 잘할 것 같아요.
무슨
그죠?
국수인가요?
속담은
냉면.
오.
맞아요? 밀면. 그럼 아니네요.
맛있을 때마다 우리는 와 했을 뿐이에요.
그렇죠.
속담은 국수 잘하는 솜씨가 수제비 못하랴. 네.
오케이.
네, 국수도 잘하고 수제비도 잘하고 우리 어머니들 뭐 다 잘하시잖아요.
그럼
그렇죠?
다재다능하고 모든 일을 다 잘하고.
네, 말씀드린 것처럼 어떤 한 가지 일에 능숙하면 다른 일도 잘한다 이런 뜻입니다. 비슷한 다른 일이겠죠.
그러겠죠.
너무 다른 일은 또 좀 다를 수 있지만.
그렇죠. 특히 요리에 대해서 뭐
네,
국수
네.
잘하는 사람이라면 뭐 다른 요리도 잘할 수 있겠죠.
맛있겠네요. 이 점심 메뉴로 딱 좋은 국수, 수제비, 냉면 뭐 다 나왔습니다.
그리고 국수는 되게 저렴하고 되게 맛있어가지고.
요즘에 국수 9,000원씩 하던데요.
어디 가세요? 5스타 호텔에 가셔서
깜짝 놀랐어요.
좀 비싸긴 해요.
네.
Alright, let's move on to number 3.
네. 누운 나무, 즉 죽은 나무를 말합니다. 누운 나무에
누운 나무에 가서 아이고 잘 살았다.
따뜻한
좀
일.
쓰다듬고.
그것도 좋네요.
소리 들어보니까 아니네요. 답이 아닌가 봐요.
감동했을 뿐입니다.
죽은 나무에 뭐 하죠?
누운 나무에 속담은 열매 안 열린다.
오케이.
네.
그건 당연한 거죠.
그렇죠. 죽은 나무에 열매가 맺을 리 없다는 뜻으로 사람도 너무 죽은 듯이 그냥 누워만 있으면 가만히 있으면 아무 일도 일어나지 않는다.
그렇죠.
일어나서 열심히 움직이고 해야 열매도 맺고 잘 살 수 있다 이런 뜻입니다.
근데 열리는 열매 하나가 있을 것 같은데요. 라라님께서 유튜브에서 누운 나무에 버섯 열린다라고 해주셨어요. 똑똑하시네요,
네네,
라라님.
그렇죠. 누운 나무에
맞아요.
맞아,
fungus, mushrooms 다 생기죠. Yeah. So those were our proverbs today. Very interesting as always. Lots of good knowledge coming our way. Now today's text topic I do want to ask is here. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 한번 여쭤보겠습니다. 내가 세상에서 제일 무서운 것은 무엇일까요?
세상에서 제일
벌레,
무서운 것?
모기, 귀신, 높은 곳, 우주, 바다. 뭘까요?
이렇게 대답을 못하는 건 무서움이 없음인가?
닉이라고
너무
하지 마세요.
많아. 닉! 오늘은 장PD 이렇게.
장PD 악몽에 나타날 정도. 장PD 안돼 장PD 일시키지 마.
무서운 거요.
라라님께서 뱀이라고
뱀.
하셨어요. 뱀, 스네이크.
그럼 뱀은 그렇게 안 무서워요.
그럼 뭐가 무서우세요?
뭐 살아있는 동물 이런 거
상관없어요. 무엇이든지.
무섭다.
이건 죽음이라고 할 수도 있고.
쥐가 무서워요.
쥐가 무서워?
쥐. 쥐.
Really? 어렸을 때 그 햄스터나 뭐 쥐를 안 키우셨어요?
저는 굉장히 빨리 이렇게 뛰어다니는 맹견. 속도가 빠른.
약간 뭐 치타나 뭐 그런.
아니 너무 작은 거 말고 약간 큰데 속도
치타가 좀 큰 거네.
빠른 개 있어요. 한 번 만났는데
맹견.
들개가 된 산에서 한 번 만났는데 속도가 굉장히 빠른데 저희한테 막 달려오는데 그때 진짜 딱 얼었던 기억이 있어요.
그 핏불 같은 뭐 스타포드
좀 무섭게 생겼던 개가 가만히 있으면 모르는데 빨리 뛰어서 막 뭐 다닐 때.
그죠. 이거
너무
뭐
무섭어요.
주인의 잘못이죠.
주인이 없었어요.
그래요?
네네. 그 들개가 됐나 봐요. 밖에 이제 있으면서
무섭겠다.
굉장히 무서웠어요. 네. 속도가 빠르게 막 다니는 개였어요.
Okay, that's a good one.
천천히 다니는 개나
Vicious
작은 건
dogs.
귀여워요.
Vicious wild dogs, yeah. So let us know what is your biggest fear, everybody. Send that to us. 홍당당님 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다. 내일 뵐게요.
We're going to take a song break. This is 어느 봄날 by 2am, requested by Benny님.
그대 오늘 아침 출근길은 어땠나요? 한결 포근해진 날씬 그댄 어땠나요? 유난히도 주위를 타던 그대
나는 오늘 아침 정신없이 바쁘네요 3년 동안 살던 이 집을 떠나가려고 짐을 싸고 있죠
생각나요 손때 묻은 우리의 흔적
것 좀 그대와 나 이 집에서
둘이 사랑하며 함께하는 날 더 먼 미래에서 뒤돌아보며 열심히 사랑했었다고 사랑스레 얘기할 거라 믿었는데 매일 그대 때문에 울고 웃던 날 하루 온종일 설레임 뿐이던 날 괜찮아 모두 다 여기 놓고 가면 돼 추억들 흔적들
2am의 어느 봄날 들으셨습니다. Requested by Benny님. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. It is 4:36 in the afternoon. And today's text topic is all about your fears. 내가 세상에서 제일 무서운 것은 무엇일까요? 벌레, 모기, 귀신, 높은 것 등등등 알려주세요. 최희숙님 says, I'm afraid of snakes. Snakes, yeah. Snakes are also Lala-nim's biggest fear. I'm sorry for saying it so much because she also said, 난 뱀이라는 글자도 싫어요. 뱀이 무서워요 라고 했어요. I guess you have a really big fear of them. 선생님 바늘이요. 바늘도 무서워요. 그럼 주사 맞기도 싫어하시겠네요. I don't like needles. I don't absolutely hate them, but I can understand why you hate them for sure. 소희님 saying, 저는 영화 그래비티 봤을 때 느꼈던 공포감이 잊혀지지 않아요. 우주 한가운데 버려졌을 때 뱅글뱅글 돌면서 어디까지 갈 건지 그 어떤 공포 영화보다 무섭고 소름 끼치더라고요. 그럴 일은 없겠지만 우주에 혼자 버려진다면 너무너무 무서울 것 같습니다. 그럼 소희님께서 astrophobia가 있는 것 같습니다. 이 우주 공포증이 astrophobia입니다. So you have a fear of space, which is fair enough because space is so open, endless. If you just spin like you said, you will just keep spinning forever until the oxygen runs out or you take your helmet off like you see in some movies. Oh, I hate that too. I want to go to space, but I'm scared of that happening. Jenny-님 saying, 저도 거의 phobia 있는 곤충이 있는데 글자로 적기 힘들어요. 그 정도 싫어하시나요? That's got to be a really, really bad phobia for you. We had one here saying, 올라님 saying, 닉 방금 코 파는 거 봤어요. 보였어요. Now, I wasn't picking my nose. I'm scratching it right here. Because earlier, I scratched it and I have to keep scratching it. 안 들어갔어요. 내 손가락이 안 들어갔거든요. Just to let you know, it's on the edge of my nose. All right. Anyway, now I'm embarrassed. We have 1997번님, a new listener, saying 저는 바퀴벌레가 세상에서 제일 무서워요. 큰 거 있잖아요. 기절할 것 같아요. 정말 제발 가까이 오지 않았으면 좋겠어요. 근데 아까 물지 않아요 하신 거예요? 재미있는 영어 방송 좋아요. 즐겁게 듣고 있습니다. I don't know if they bite or not, but I don't think they bite. But I hate 바퀴벌레 too. I hate cockroaches so much. So I feel you, 1997번님. All right, keep sending me your fears and we'll talk about them soon. Coming up now is someone nobody has a fear of. It's Julian.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is 4:40 in the afternoon, and joining me today on this Tuesday is Yulian. Hello.
Hello.
Did you dye your hair?
No, it looks quite bright today.
It does. It's brighter than usual, I think.
Well, that's what happens when you dye your hair. It does become brighter and brighter.
Oh, really?
Which I hate.
Oh, you like darker hair?
I'm trying to darken my hair. I have been trying. but it's not really working out. I think I have to just dye black at one point.
Yeah, I used to dye my hair when I was in university and high school.
Oh.
Like, brown with highlights and stuff.
Highlights? Like, do you know burichi in Korea?
Is that like the booty parts, the root dyeing? Or?
It's burichi is just like one streak.
Oh, okay.
You know, like back in those
emo times.
Backstreet days. Yeah,
Like,
emo, that one
emos.
as well.
Yeah, I never did that.
Okay.
I wasn't that.
I was going to make fun of you.
No, I've never did that. Just, I look like a bumblebee. I was terrible.
Oh.
Before we move on, I want to ask you, do you
Yes.
have a phobia or a fear?
Yeah, so I
beforehand?
noticed that was our text topic today. I have too many.
Really?
Yeah, but just one that is one of my worst is probably getting stuck in an elevator.
You have claustrophobia?
Yeah. And I have it because I have an older brother who's 3 years older than me. We used to have fights in bed with our blankets, pillow fights.
Yeah.
But one time he accidentally put me under the blanket and suffocated me a little bit, and I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Really?
That was when I was in first grade.
So that probably
think-
gave you trauma?
Yeah, it traumatized me because he thought I was playing. I was like, stop, and then
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe.
That's insane.
So after that, every time I get on the elevator, and I have been stuck on an elevator before,
yeah.
I would get this panic attack.
Really?
I can't breathe all of a sudden.
That's a lot of people have claustrophobia.
Yes,
and
yes.
You're just praying that the elevator doesn't get stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how my hands get so sweaty in 1 second.
Yeah.
I think I have a problem.
That's understandable. Not moving is horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I have a fear of?
What?
First of all, I don't like heights. Like, I have a
me
bit of
neither. I think the older you get,
yeah, I get
right?
a bit 다리 막 덜덜덜 막 그래가지고. The thing I hate the most is mannequins.
wait, in department stores?
Those
naked mannequins.
I don't like those, but the more realistic they look, the creepier they are.
So you can never go to a
Madam,
wax.
Yeah, I wax.
museum?
They just.
Why?
It's
Do you think
creepy. I feel like when the lights shut off, they will come alive and
really?
do stuff. And
Yeah, they're pretty creepy.
creeps me out.
So probably movies like Chucky. Really.
Chucky kind of looks stupid, so I don't
Okay.
mind. But House of Wax was creepy.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. It was
That was a
alright.
good movie.
Anyway, we're talking
Yes.
about something less serious than phobias. We're talking
yes.
about relationships today.
We are, and as some of you guys may remember, we talked about the Kakao thing, the relationships that go
Yeah,
on in this
yeah.
digital, communication applications that we use on a daily basis. And I thought it'd be worthwhile to talk about one of the most common things that happen there, which is 일십. And for these days, it's more the 안일십, right?
What's
so
안일십?
읽십? You know 읽십.
I know
읽십
읽십,
is
but
읽고 싶다.
안읽십.
안 읽습니다. 안 읽고 싶다라는
Yeah.
말이죠.
Oh, so you're
그래서
just not reading it at all.
The number one is just not even gone forever.
What do you hate more? The 읽십 or 안읽십?
I personally was less damaged when it's 안 읽십.
Because you think, maybe they're
Yes.
in a tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that way. I feel like they are so busy that they're not able to open their phone.
Right.
So I hope at that time
Yeah.
that I'm not the only one with the remaining number one on next to me. There's multiple chat rooms, I assume,
Yeah.
in that person's phone with number ones everywhere. So I feel like 안익십 is better. But to be honest, I sometimes do 안익십 on purpose too.
Honestly,
It's so bad.
it's better not to read it.
Just because I feel like the person will feel less bad.
But do you ignore it forever? Or
No.
Okay.
It's some text messages for me will take a lot of time to reply.
Yeah,
조금 이거 좀 시간 필요하다. 그러면 조금 안익십하죠 저는.
That's understandable. I think.
읽십하면은 또 I feel like it's a ticking time.
Right.
Time's ticking, you know.
Once you've accidentally opened it, you're like,
Yes.
oh,
It's the worst.
darn it, what have I done? Now I've got to reply.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the worst when you're on your phone and the notification comes and you accidentally press it and you're just like, oh.
You know what's annoying? And I'm not going to say brand names, but there's these 사과 브랜드가 있잖아요.
네네.
That one, I don't have that.
Yes,
but
I
they
don't
let
have
you
it.
see all the previous messages.
Oh, you can see.
You can
as a
see the most
notification?
recent message, yeah, and then you can see the one they sent before that.
Oh, that's good then, isn't it?
On
To spy.
And the thing, I have.
I have ended thing.
Oh, you have. I have ended thing as
Yes.
well, and you can only see the
Last one?
the last message. So you're like, oh, what did they say before? I don't want to open it though.
So it's time to move on to the 사과 thing then maybe.
Nah,
As I can,
I
by
don't-
this conversation, I can see you are a very avid user of this 읽씹 안 읽씹?
I used to be.
Used to be.
When I was in the dating game.
Oh,
Got to play it
as
cool.
a 밀당?
There's a bit of a miltang. I'm in the dating game. But now I'm old and I don't care about it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, so we did talk about a lot of
Time's up. Let's go.
I know, it's like we just talked about our personal experience.
Right.
So I do also want to ask our listeners, whether it's 읽씹 or 안 읽씹, like what are some situations that they do? 언제 읽씹 안 읽씹을 하는지, 아니면 많이 당해봤는지, 당했을 때 어떻게 생각하는지 등 말씀해 주시면 너무 좋을 것 같고요. So for me, like I said before, I actually care a lot about how I come off in messages. So
Okay.
I fall guilty to doing this quite often. But my biggest reason is not because I'm lazy, not because I'm busy. It's just I want to give them a good response. So I want to put aside time to sit down and then like write down my messages.
Yeah.
So and then that never happens most oftentimes. 까먹어버려 그러다가. 이거 나중에 제대로 얘기해줘야지 하다가.
Yeah.
If I'm driving or you
Yeah.
know, it's bad. So but no one ever have complained to me about it. So.
I feel like you, in those regards, my wife is also quite similar. She likes to take time to curate and craft a
Yes.
response that's meaningful.
Yes,
so she'll
yes.
take her time. I guess for me, I don't really care. I just quickly send whatever.
Right.
As soon as
like,
I
합니까?
as soon as I see the response, I like to just 해치워버려. Just get out of the way. Just respond.
It's like a little homework, right, at the back of your mind.
Exactly. I don't want it to be like 걸려 on my
Right,
mind, so I just
right.
get it out of the way. And
Right,
stuff.
right.
I wish I was more poetic and considerate when sending messages.
We don't even go all the way to poetic, but I think somewhere in the middle is the best. 그러니까 너무 대충 하면은 또 저는 이제 저희 상대방의 마음을 상관하니까 조금 약간은 대충 안
배려심이 아주
하더라도
많으시네요.
네네 배려심이 좀 많아요. 그래서 조금 대충까지는 아니더라도
Yeah.
그래도 빨리 답변을 해주는 게 it's another 배려, right?
There's a fine line that you've got to balance.
Yeah.
You see.
So we have to keep up with this,
Yeah.
changing times. But what? Okay, I wanted to say this. I thought about this when I was coming on my way here.
Go for it.
So this mechanism, right? The mode of communication have changed throughout the years. Back in those PP days, it was purposely, the main purpose was to just get that soul message across. Like, I'm alive, can you
Yeah.
call me? I'm here,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But now it's evolved to where these application companies have added so much function that it's not a mode of really communication. It's like unnecessary nitty-gritty details that we have to know about each other.
It's become a primary mode of communication. now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I've read this book called 집중력이 없어진 사회인가? 그 제목이 갑자기 생각이 안 나요.
Okay, yeah, that sounds correct.
It's a quite famous book in the
Yeah,
U.S.
okay.
But anyway, they talk about how these application companies, like Kakao, for example, it seems like their main purpose is to help us communicate better, right? But their number one goal is to get us hooked. To get us using the app,
Yeah.
like their screen time, max it out, right? And so I think the number one function is their strategy, I think.
Yeah.
Because by adding that, we are obliged to, because we know the other person will know whether we read it or not. And
Yeah.
we keep on having to click and go into the application, and it's hooking us, right?
It
but
is.
what I'm trying to say is, communication in real life never works like that, right? We don't
Yeah.
say something to someone's face and count the amount of minutes that's passed ever since you're replying. It doesn't work like that. Some people take more time than necessary to think about what they want to say. And some people just say it out loud, like right after.
Do you remember the days? You mean, we're probably similar age where you had your phone, you could store 10 text messages in there. You had to delete them after you got 10 text messages.
Oh, yes.
And then if you were
The
dating,
oldest one.
you would just, because you had maybe like, I've got 100 free texts this month.
Yes.
Oh, I've got to just like write an essay in this
Oh,
one.
yes.
Oh, those
were
are the
those
good old days.
times.
That Maria, for sure.
Those text messages. Yes, when everything was so simple, and when it was left in that mode of communication and
Yeah.
nothing more.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was where the best times.
We've got some messages coming in. Mostly related to 읽씹, 안 읽씹.
네.
We have Relocation saying, sometimes people leave me on red on purpose. It's kind of annoying, right?
안 읽씹만 하네요.
Yeah. 진리님 saying, 바쁘거나 당황스러워서 바로 답할 수 없을 때 안 읽씹합니다. 읽씹은 고문이에요. 라고 하셨어요. It is. I agree. Because you're like, do they hate me? Have they lost interest in me?
Yes.
라라님 says, 바로 답장을 할 상황이 안 되거나 너무 피곤하거나 할 때 의도치 않게 안 읽씹할 때가 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 저는 안 읽씹이 기분 나쁘지 않아요. I would agree.
맞아요.
Also a good question from Juliet님 saying 읽씹, 안 읽씹 영어로 말하면 뭐라고 하면 되죠? I guess
Unread.
unread and ignoring, or read and
Read.
ignored. Read and
읽씹.
ignored.
Yes, read and ignored. Oh, it's just not as good as the
doesn't,
Korean terminology.
Read and ghosted. Ghosted is not the right
It's
word.
not ghost. Ghost is too intense.
They read it, but they didn't reply. 그냥 설명식으로
그러니까
좀
한국말로
풀어서
네.
얘기해야 됩니다.
네네네.
Yeah.
Ignored.
읽씹
Read
is
and
a good
ignored.
word.
Read and I think ignored is kind of it captures the negative connotation of
Just ignored.
쉽다.
Yeah.
It doesn't really sound too positive,
For
you know.
sure.
Yeah, so a lot of people do it these days. And so not replying, we can also kind of take it as kind of a reply in and of itself. Like one of our listeners mentioned, you can be driving, you're working, you're mentally tapped out. So, and if you're someone who's always been slow to reply like me, the people close to you get it. But, sometimes I think personally, I'll reply later. Putting that message is quite necessary because like our other listener has said 안 읽씹 당하는 것도 기분이 그렇게 좋진 않으니까
Yeah.
근데 그거를 좀 저도 해야 될 것 같아요 from now on
Yeah.
because right, to me 저는 안 읽씹하고 I reply way later but I think that
It's pressure once
that
you've
is-
read it.
yeah. But that is still keeping the other person waiting a little bit, right? Because they're continuously checking is my number one gone or not. So I think just check it, like get rid of that one, but just type in I'll reply later. I'm too busy. I'm caught up with something. I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of something. Just a short thing, right?
That's good, I
For
think.
people
Just
like
say,
me.
I'll message you back soon.
Yes,
or something
yes.
like that. We have, yeah.
Oh, continue.
No, we have 만학도 영어 냄새. 안녕하세요. 저에게는 날마다 카톡으로 안부 메시지를 보내는 사람이 있는데 거의 익십해요. 날마다 답장하는 건 고문이에요.
근데
Maybe they're a
그거-
bit of a weirdo. Always messaging every day. How are you? So you have
Weirdo?
to kind of they keep messaging them, right? And then they have to 익십해, right?
What's the person's? Why
I don't know who this person is. They didn't say.
Oh.
They just said
someone who likes
every
this
day.
person apparently.
I know 만학도 영어님 is married.
Oh, okay.
남편이 아니시죠? It's not your husband. is it?
남편이 약간 진짜
그래서 여보 괜찮아요. 또 왜 그래?
익십 안 익십.
아니었으면 좋겠어요. 날마다 답장하는 건 고문이에요라고 하셨어요.
맞아요.
Then I guess it's somebody you don't want to receive 안부 message from every day.
Yeah.
Yes, that's maybe you should 안 익십해. Just don't open it.
Yes.
Then
And then the
let's
person will give up maybe.
Pretend that you died. That's what a lot of people do. They just pretend they don't exist
or your
anymore.
phone number. You lost your phone maybe
Yeah.
almost.
Oh yeah, I lost my phone. I got a new number.
But you know what? The thing is, the people who send messages every day like that, they don't really care about whether you read it or not, or whether you replied or not. It's kind of it has to do
That's
with
true.
that thing. So that's another point that I wanted to get at, which is when you get 일십당해 or 안 일십당해, you feel like this situation has to do with you. Like
Yeah.
나한테 뭐 있나? 왜 내 말을 안 대답하지? But like 90% of the time, it's mostly what has to do with them.
Yeah.
Right? Or they're in a busy situation, or they're feeling guilty, or they're feeling a little avoidant of the situation, so they would rather just not talk. So
Yeah.
I think it's just too much on the recipient side to put any meaning for 익십 or 안 익십. I think that will help us
Yeah.
stay mentally healthy.
Yeah.
And if it really bothers you, 일십 당하거나 안 일십 당해도 그냥 전화하는 게 제일 마음 편한 것 같아요. Don't call them and be like,
Why you're answering?
일십했냐? Or you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
what's up? Because I really need to get this across, and
Yeah.
we need to figure something out. Or
We
what?
got clarification. It's not a husband. 대학 시절 학숙집 주인 아저씨라고 하셨어요.
주인 아저씨요?
But from 대학 시절, that's you must have made a good impression. You kept your house tidy.
Yes.
Best tenant. Best tenant, maybe. So none of us like being ignored, for sure. Is there does it bother you for everybody, or is it just a specific person? Like if someone you don't really care about 익십해즈 you, would you care?
If someone I don't care about,
Say you message me
okay, I message you.
and I just 익십해, yeah, whatever, Yulian.
Uh-huh.
Would you be bothered?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So,
Because I would probably only message you because
Of work.
only Nick,
yeah,
you don't
you're
want to
fired.
work with me?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it was your husband, it'd be a bit different, right?
Yes, because I would automatically assume he's too busy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Same here.
So whoever does it matters a
For
lot.
sure. The person is important. All right. Yulian, this was quite interesting, actually, because this is something we all get affected by and we
Yes.
don't want to happen to us, and we shouldn't do it to people. We should
Yes.
respond when we can. Yulian, very interesting, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up the first half, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back at 5.
Your Race to the World. BEFM 부산영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
It's not easy to make proper judgment in a sudden event of an earthquake. That's why it is essential that we practice emergency drills during our daily lives so that we can be prepared for any such circumstances. As soon as you feel the earthquake, hide your body under a table to protect yourself. When the shaking has stopped, shut off the gas valves and turn off the electricity, and locate your way of exit by opening the doors. If you're coming out of a multi-story building, use the stairs and definitely not the elevators. When outside the building, rush to an open field and cover your head while en route. Finally, tune into a broadcasting channel and keep yourself updated on what's happening and what to do next. But remember, prevention is the best solution. This campaign is brought to you by BFM 부산영어방송.
Want to be a friend of BFM 부산영어방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산영어방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
안녕하세요. 티나입니다. 여러분은 어떤 자동차를 좋아하시나요? 오늘은 자동차를 좋아하시는 멋진 여성분과 이야기 나눠보겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요. 자동차 신차 영업을 하고 있는 윤정이라고 합니다.
네, 윤정희 부장님께서는 언제부터 자동차 세일즈를 하셨나요?
저는 좀 남들보다 조금 늦은 40대 중반부터 시작을 해가지고요.
네.
약 한 14년간 영업을 하고 있습니다.
그렇군요. 아니, 여성이 자동차를 세일즈하는 경우는 사실 드문 일인 걸로 알고 있는데요.
네.
일을 시작하게 되신 과정에 대해서 말씀해 주신다면요.
제가 한 2007년부터요. 2011년까지 한 4년 정도 아이들하고 미국에서 살았어요.
네.
혼자서 아이 셋을 케어하다 보니까 어려운 일들이 되게 많더라고요.
네.
언어도 잘 안 통하고 규칙이나 법규로 인한 해프닝도 많이 겪고 아유, 이런 정신이면 한국 가서 어떤 일도 하겠더라고요. 그런 생각에 한번 도전하게 됐습니다.
그러셨군요. 아니, 우리 부장님께서는 자동차를 혹시 좋아하시나요?
예, 제가 사실은 내가 뭘 좋아하는지 잘 알고 싶어가지고
네.
내가 좋아하는 게 무엇인지 한 버킷리스트를 한번 만들어 본 적이 있어요.
네.
그랬더니 차와 관련된 내용이 많더라고요.
네.
그래서 무작정 자동차 매장에 가서 혹시 이 나이에도 영업을 한번 해볼 수 있을까요? 하고 문을 두드리게 돼서 영업을 시작하게 되었습니다.
정말 용기가 있으신 것 같은데요. 자동차를 딱 좋아하게 되신 결정적인 계기는 있으셨을까요?
제가 이제 미국에서 4년 살았다 그랬잖아요.
네네.
하와이 여행을 갔었는데
네.
미국 살 때
네.
오픈카를 타고 하와이를 일주한 적이 있어요.
네.
그때 자동차의 매력을 흠뻑 빠지게 된 것 같아요.
네, 그러면 우리 부장님께서 일을 하시면서 보람되거나 또는 기억에 남는 일화가 있으시다면요.
보람된 거는 이제 차를 보통 꼭 필요한데 신용이 좀 안 좋거나 아니면
네.
여윳돈이 좀 모질라서 차를 구매할 때 좀 망설이시는 분들이 되게 많으세요.
네.
근데 그런 분들을 제가 이제 좀 도와드리고 출고하는 경우가 많거든요.
네.
근데 이제 그런 분들이 차를 구매한 이후에 하시는 일들도 잘 되고 또 지속적으로 저한테 차를 구매해 주실 때 무척이나 보람을 느끼죠.
그러셨군요.
네.
아니, 우리 부장님께서는 좀 전에 말씀하신 대로 세 자매의 엄마로서 육아도 하시고 이렇게 다양한 일을 해오셨다고 들었는데요.
네네. 애들 어렸을 때는 이제 어린이집하고 영수학원에서 애들을 좀 가르쳤고요.
네.
이 신차 영업을 하기 전에는 이제 보험 설계사를 해가지고 이제 고객 상담 능력도 좀 갖추게 된 것 같고, 그다음에 잠시 건설사에 근무한 적이 있는데
네.
그때는 직원들 간의 유대관계에 대해서 많이 배운 것 같아요. 네, 그게 밑거름지에서 지금도 잘하고 있지 않나 하는 생각도 들고요.
네. 아니, 지금 이제 자동차 세일즈를 하신 지 14년 차이신데요.
네.
이번에 큰 상을 받았다고 들었습니다.
예. 자랑할 건 아닌데 열심히 하다 보니까 대표님께서 판매 우수상 상패를 또 만들어 주시더라고요. 열심히 하라는 책짓질이겠죠?
네, 정말 대단하신 것 같습니다. 사실 그 40대 중반 아이를 키우다가 뭔가 새롭게 시작하시는 게 쉽지 않으실 텐데 이렇게 꾸준하게 뭔가를 다시 도전하고 하실 수 있었던 원동력은 무엇이라고 생각하십니까?
원동력은 아직도 제 가슴 속에 끓어오르는 열정이겠고요.
네.
또 저희 삶의 모토라고라 하나?
네.
모토라면은 이제 사람이 재산인 것 같아요. 이제 점점 나이가 들어가면서 느끼는 건데요.
네.
모든 사람을 통해서 이루어지는 것 같더라고요. 네, 나를 믿고 지지해주고 응원해주는 사람들이 소중히 여기다 보니까 좋은 일들도 많이 생기는 것 같더라고요.
네, 그러셨군요. 아니, 이렇게 다양한 일을 하시면서 나는 정말 이건 정말 잘했다 하는 그런 일이 있으시다면요.
제가 영업을 시작할 때부터 지금까지 초심을 잃지 않고 늘 성실하게 움직이고 있다는 점인데요.
네.
저는 입사 때 했던 어떤 파쪽 활동 이런 것들을 지금도 쉬지 않고 하고 있습니다. 매달 움직이면서 많은 사람들을 만나고 또 그 많은 사람들을 통해서 좋은 기운도 받고 그래서 좀 움직이는 것들이 좀 행복해지는 것 같아요.
네. 아니, 이게 꾸준하게 무언가를 하시는 점에서 굉장히 많은 걸 배울 수 있을 것 같은데요. 네, 우리 부장님의 앞으로의 계획이 있으시다면요.
이제 조금씩 나이가 들어가다 보니까 건강이 재산이더라고요.
네.
늘 건강한 모습으로 우리 고객님들과 오래오래 좋은 인연을 쭉 이어가고 싶습니다.
네. 그럼 우리 부장님의 마지막 구호는 무엇일까요?
하쿠나 마타타라는 말 아시죠?
네.
늘 잘 될 거라고 저는 믿습니다. 믿는 만큼 간절히 노력하다 보면 정말 이루지 못할 일은 하나도 없다고 저는 믿습니다. 저희 마지막 구호는 하쿠나 마타타. 화이팅!
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you very much to Tina for bringing us today's On the Mic. And this interview featured an amazing lady, Yoon Jung-hee, a remarkable woman who began a career in car sales in her mid-40s and now has 14 years of experience. She raised 3 daughters alone in the US and returned to Korea with a strong determination to start a new chapter, discovering her passion for automobiles. Now, her journey into sales began when she boldly walked into a dealership, and since then she's found great fulfillment in helping customers improve their lives through car ownership. And she's worked in various roles such as daycare director, tutor, insurance, manager, and she was actually honored with an award for outstanding sales. So a very talented person who's tried many things and has found their passion in car sales, which I think is really, really cool. 되게 멋지신 것 같아요. And yeah, I think we can all aspire to have the kind of attitude that Jung-hee has here. So thank you very much for sharing your story. And this is why I love this segment, because we hear the folks of Busan's voices every single day. Well, the time is now 5:07 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day, enjoying the sun and the relatively warm weather. Hopefully, it just goes up from here and we have great sunny days up until when eventually 장마철 arrives. We're a few months away from that, I think. We've got quite a few messages coming in, particularly about today's text topic. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 내가 세상에서 제일 무서운 것은 무엇일까요? 벌레든지 모기, 귀신, 높은 곳 등등등 알려주세요. We've got a couple of messages coming in. We had, let's have a look here. We had 1463번님, who's new to the show, so welcome, 반갑습니다, saying, 저는 발표하는 게 제일 무서워요. 얼굴이 빨개지다 못해 온몸이 붉어지거든요. 다시는 안 하고 싶어요. 근데 저희 아이들도 똑같아요. 학교에서 발표하는 게 너무나도 싫다고 하더라고요. 제 아이들이 그건 안 닮았으면 했는데 똑 닮았어요. That is a very common fear to have. The fear of public speaking or giving a presentation in public. I think I used to have something similar to that. I hated at school, if I got a prize, I would hate going up there and receiving the prize. But I think through time and through exposure, you tend to get used to it more. But I totally understand. It's a very common fear. And I guess your kids inherited the fear of public speaking gene from you. Yeah, I'm sure they're good at other things. But thank you for sharing your message with us. We had Minji님 a bit earlier saying that they're afraid of heights. 100층에서 알아보기 무서웠어요 라고 하셨어요. In that case, I wouldn't recommend going to LCT, right? The tallest building in Busan. That's 100 floors. I've been there a couple of times. I hate looking down. But something about, I do like the kind of, the adrenaline rush I get from it. But it is very scary. Yeah. I guess you shouldn't go to any tall buildings. Don't go to Dubai if you want to go to the Burj Khalifa, because that is the tallest building in the world. Relocation earlier has a fear of low stock prices, saying 주식을 하고 있는 저는 하한가 포비아가 있습니다. 라고 했어요. I think anyone who does stocks has a phobia of, the later half of that, right? It's understandable. Things drop all the time. You got to be careful. 볼빨간 사춘기님, welcome to the show. Fantastic to see you. Saying 제가 제일 무서운 건 여자친구가 오늘 저녁에 나랑 이야기 좀 해 라고 하면 하루 종일 정신이 집중이 안 돼요. 오늘도 좋아요 누르려고 왔어요. Thank you for coming to press like. And that's definitely understandable. If your girlfriend or your wife or your boyfriend or your husband says, we need to talk today. We need to talk at dinner time. You can't stop thinking about it until dinner time. If it was me, I would say, just tell me now. 지금 말해. 지금 말해. I don't want to wait. It would weigh on my mind for such a long time. That's totally understandable, I think. All right, keep sending your message in. This is very interesting. I feel like I'm getting to know you all on a more personal level. What are you scared of? Maybe you're scared of speaking English. I know a lot of people who do learn English have 영어 울렁증, right, where they're kind of scared to use the English they learn. I want to reassure you, you don't have to feel scared here because we're all different levels of every language, right? English, Korean, Spanish, whatever language you're learning. Don't be afraid to try and speak in English and send it to me and send it on the chat. We're all learning here. Don't be afraid. It's a friendly atmosphere we're trying to foster. So send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101, a KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live chat message. We're going to take a song break before we come back with Busan Quizmaster. This was a song requested by Minjinim, Happy by Mocha.
When things go wrong, just be strong. When things seems up in the air and everything is so unfair, and you stumble and fall, just pick yourself up and sing. If one day you lose your way, just remember one thing, my friend. When you're under a cloud, just play some music and sing. Give up, keep your chin up and be happy. When things go wrong, just be strong. When things seems up in the air and everything is so unfair, and you stumble and fall, just pick yourself up and sing. If one day you lose your way, just remember one thing, my friend. When you're under a cloud, just play some music and sing. Cloud, just with some music and dance. If one day you lose your way, just remember that I'm here to stay. Don't you give up, keep your chin up. Don't you give up, keep your chin up. Keep your chin up and be happy.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby bum-para, zooby-dooby ba-ram-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, nache, cute pagal stupid man.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It's 5:14 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Hope you're having a great one and feeling good. We've got some messages coming in about today's text topic. Today's text topic is asking you what you're afraid of. Do you have a phobia? Now, a phobia is slightly different from a fear. A fear is just something you're scared of. Like, we're all scared of, like, maybe lions. If a lion came running to us, we're all scared. We have a fear. But a phobia is an irrational fear. It doesn't make sense that you're afraid because you won't die from it. So someone asked Chang PD like what his fear is. I think 진리님 said Chang PD님은 뭐가 무서워요? 쥐를 싫어한다고 하시죠. He hates mice, and that's a phobia because really a mouse can't hurt you unless it has a disease and it bites you. But like usually a mouse can't really hurt you. You're just scared of them, right?
They can bite you. Right?
Yeah, but they're tiny. Just kick it. They're tiny. So that's a phobia. Because really, mice are harmless unless they carry disease.
They normally carry disease.
Not domestic rat, not pet rats.
I'm not afraid of
Pet rats.
I'm afraid of like a wild rat.
Like New York subway. 생쥐, like wild rats.
Yeah.
너무 귀여워요. I think they're so cute though. But yeah, again, I think that's kind of like a phobia, just an irrational fear of something. We had Pornim messaging in on Kakao Talk with a very dark one, but you know what? I bet a lot of us have this fear, saying 저는 죽음이 제일 무서워요. 언제 어떻게 죽게 될지 얼마나 고통스러울지 아무것도 모르니까요. That's very dark, Pornim. And you know what? I agree. So I try not to think about it. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to think about it before going to bed every day. And I would be so scared. But now I've just kind of learned to stop thinking about it. But I totally feel you, Pornim. It's a dark fear for sure. Juliet Nim had a couple of them, she said. 저는 다리 많고 속도 빠른 벌레가 무섭네요. Oh, that was Jinli Nim, sorry. Jinli Nim said they hate bugs with lots of legs and that are fast. So really, you're talking about millipedes, centipedes, maybe fast spiders as well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those either. Those are quite bad. Yeah. 고수님, welcome to the show, saying 저는 병원이 제일 무서워요. Really? I know a lot of people don't like the hospitals. Is it because you're afraid of jabs? You're afraid of getting the 주사? Because I know a lot of people don't like needles. Like I think Lala Nim said, they don't like needles. Juliet Nim also saying, 맞아요, 병원 무서워요. I guess they can be sometimes because you kind of don't know what's wrong with you. You don't know what's going to happen a lot of the time. 고수님 also said, 치과 의사님, 간호사님 안 아프게 해준다고 해놓고 안 아프게 한 적이 없어요. They're always trying to make you feel better. I wouldn't say they're lying. I would say they're just trying to calm you down so you don't wriggle around while they give you an injection, right? Let me know your phobias and your fears. It's quite interesting. We have 3865번님. I would have to agree with this one. 3865번님 said, 운전할 때 앞에서 무단 횡단하는 사람이 제일 무서워요. Totally. Oh, totally. Because if somebody crosses the road illegally, maybe it's a red light for the pedestrian or there's no crossing signal, if you hit them, even though they illegally crossed, you, as the driver, are the one in trouble, right? And you have to live with the fact that you've injured or potentially worse, done something to a person. I agree with you, 38651Nim. As a driver, I don't drive a lot, but when I do drive, it is quite scary. People who don't obey road signals and pedestrian signals, they make driving quite scary sometimes. Totally. Keep sending them to me, this is really interesting. But we're going to move on to a slightly different quiz. This is Quizmaster, slightly lighter than phobias and fears. This is where I ask you a question and you have to guess the answer. If you guess it correctly, you could win a prize. So, today is Tuesday, which means it is Guess the City or the Nation. A bit of geography for you right there. So, there are 195 countries in the world today and over 4 million unique cities and towns from every country in the world. So today we've brought a quiz about one particular country. We're going to give you some hints, some sound clips, and you have to try and guess where this is. So we've narrowed it down to country. It's a country today. 네, 오늘은 이 넓은 세계에 있는 한 나라에 관한 문제입니다. 저희가 들려드리는 힌트를 잘 듣고 그 이름을 맞춰주시면 됩니다. Right, as always, we are going to listen to the national anthem of this country, so listen up. I quite liked that one. That was more, it didn't feel like a national anthem. It felt like a brass band just playing with the... I don't know if you've seen those American high school or American university movies where they have a brass band playing with the drums and the big hats. It's really cool. I like that. Now, that was the national anthem. Maybe if you've been to this country or you've lived there, you might recognize it. This country... Really? Again? Wait, Chang PD, we're going to have to check if this is right. Because last week, the answer was island, right? 지난주에는 이 퀴즈 답은 이 island이었는데 the country is one of few in the world with no native snake species. 이 나라도 native snake species가 없다는 소린가요? We'll double check that. We'll double check. All right, move on to the next hint. Korea is 14 hours ahead of this country. 14 hours ahead, 1-4. So it's quite far away. Quite far away. We're going to take a listen to this country's native language as well. From what I can tell you, it's a very common language. So it might make it a bit easier, but lots of countries in the world use this language. So are you ready to play the national language?
Lugar favorito en Medellín.
Mi lugar favorito es el Teatro Matacandelas.
¿Por qué?
Porque a mí me gusta mucho el teatro y ese grupo teatral tiene obras muy buenas que llenan el alma.
¿Cuál es el lugar favorito en la ciudad?
Ciudad del Río, mi lugar de trabajo y es un lugar tranquilo, cultural, ahí está.
What a beautiful language, right? One of the ones that I can't speak, but I wish I could speak. Actually, I wish I could speak this language because it's so popular around the world. We've got some messages coming in. We have a Ration Nim. They were at the top of a mountain at 4 p.m. by the way, listening to 포열 부산. They just said 포열 부산 시청하며 산에서 내려오다 지금 길을 잃어버렸네요. 포열 부산이 이렇게 무섭습니다. 라고 하셨어요. It's getting dark soon, my friends. So, be safe and get out of the mountain quickly. Otherwise, it will be very, very scary. All right. Lots of people thinking it's difficult. 볼빨간 사춘기님 saying Spanish이네요. Yes, it was Spanish. The language is Spanish. Now, you know there are many countries in the world that use Spanish as their main language. So where would it be? We have Umpanim. Welcome to the show saying Brazil. Brazilians use Portuguese, not Spanish, but it's close because, it's surrounded by a lot of South American countries that do use Spanish. We have Jenny Nim saying Costa Rica. Costa Rica. I've never been, but I have seen lots of pictures of Costa Rica. It looks amazing. All right, we've got another hint for you. This country has a lot of biodiversity. It has the greatest biodiversity on the planet, which I guess means it has lots of different trees and animals and stuff like that. 최승님 saying Peru. Okay, Peru. That's a good guess. Recently, the volume of Korean cosmetics imported into this country's beauty market has surged, with lip makeup products, like lip balm or lipstick in particular, showing an increase of over 400% compared to 2023. Benny님 saying 정답, Ecuador. Good guess. I'm going to leave you guessing. Keep sending them to us at pound 9050, sharp 9050, should cost 201, KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live message. We have 3865번님 saying Italy. 1997번님 saying 정답은 Spain. 저도 이 언어 배워보고 싶어요. 멋지게 들려요. 정열이 느껴지는 억양이 멋져요. Totally agree. It sounds like they have so much passion in their voices. Sounds cool. I wish I could learn it. Maybe we should learn it together. 1997번님. If you can speak any Spanish, feel free to send it to me. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back. This is So Why So Sad by Manic Street Preachers. So Why So Sad by Manic Street Preachers, welcoming you back to For Your Busan. It's 5:30 in the afternoon and we're in the middle of our Busan Quizmaster. 네, 오늘은 한 나라에 관한 퀴즈로 여러분과 함께 하고 있습니다. I'll give you some hints about a particular country. They speak Spanish. Korean cosmetic products are very popular in this country too. Got a lot of guesses coming in, which is always fantastic to see. Let's have a look here. We have Minjinim saying 남미 콜롬비아입니다. Also saying sleep paralysis가 무섭습니다. 가위는 아주 최악이죠. Yeah, I hope you don't get too much sleep paralysis. It's awful stuff. 박진수님, welcome to the show, saying Chile, because it's the longest. Yeah, Chile is kind of shaped almost like a chili pepper, right? It's very long down the east coast? No, the west coast. Yeah, the west coast of South America, right? It is a long country. We've got more messages coming in. Bennynim thought it was Ecuador, and then other people were agreeing, kind of thinking, oh, that seems kind of right. 볼빨간 사춘기님 saying 저도 베니님과 같은 생각이에요. 딱 시차로 보면 맞은 것 같아요. Okay, good guess. Juliet님 saying 적도기니. 저는 아프리카로 가버렸네요. 죄송합니다. A little bit further than Africa. Consider the 14-hour time difference. But hey, any guess is a good guess. 만학도 영어 냄새. 지리는 제가 가장 취약한 과목이라서 아재 개그 듣기 전에 못 맞힐 것 같아요. 제가 머리를 아주 열심히 굴려봤는데 아무리 생각해도 아재 개그 힌트가 안 나더라고요. The name is too unique. I couldn't think of one. Maybe someone can think of a good one after we reveal the answer. So I'm going to give you a couple more hints. We also had Pemunsunim saying a couple of answers, saying first of all Kenya, and then changing it to Peru. Okay, good. So you've kind of gone closer to, I think, the more correct side, which is good. And welcome to the show, by the way. 볼빨간 사춘기님 saying 멕시코가 스파니쉬 사용하는 나라긴 한데, yeah, that's one of them for sure. I'll give you some more hints. Right, this country is the world's largest producer of emeralds. Emeralds, there you go. Produces a lot of shiny green emeralds. The most popular sport in this country is cycling. Yeah, I think I've heard of this before too. Cycling is a very popular sport in this country. This country has many public holidays and festivals. 18, over 18 apparently. One of them is called the Carnaval de Barranquilla, or Kia. I don't speak Spanish, sorry. And also the Feria de Cali. I don't know if my pronunciation is correct, I'm sure it's terrible, but these are two really famous ones there. Okay, here's a good hint. The only South American country, there's a big hint, it's in South America, with coastlines on both the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. There you go. So South America is kind of shaped almost like a cheese triangle or a pizza slice. It's got coastlines on both sides. So Pacific and Atlantic. There you go. Now, all right, biggest hint of them all, which happens to be the last hint. This country is one of the top coffee producers in the world, and its coffee is considered the best coffee in the world. All right. We've got some messages coming up. Bomnim saying Brazil. Okay, thank you for your message. We have 1997번님. We had 1463번님 saying Colombia. 잠깐 차 세워두고 보내봅니다. 역시 K-beauty 최고지요. Thank you for stopping your car first, and I'm glad that you stopped your car to send that message. Thank you for your answer. We have 1997번님 also saying Colombia인가요? Also saying 화장품은 진짜 우리나라가 최고인 것 같아요. 저도 외국 갈 때 립 제품 사서 가곤 해요. 하나씩 주면 아주 좋아하더라고요. Yeah, I went to Sweden 6 years ago, and there was a huge section in their stores dedicated to Korean cosmetics. This was 6 years ago as well, so I'm sure it's way more popular these days. More messages. Juliet님, 볼빨간 사춘기님, Benny님, everyone else님 saying Colombia right now. Colombia. 사과주스님 saying Asarabia, Colombia. I used to teach kids that used to say Asarabia all the time. That brought back some good memories. All right, we're going to take another quick song break. Send me your messages I'm giving no more hints now. We're going to listen to Fix You by Coldplay.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it go, but if you never try you'll never know just what you were. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. See a stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. See a stream down your face, see a stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from your mistakes. See a stream down your face. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
That was Fix You by Coldplay, an epic song. One of my favorite songs. Welcome back, everyone, to the show. It's 5:40 in the afternoon. We're in the final moments of Quizmaster. I've given you a ton of hints about... Oh, don't wink, Steve. Do it again. Go on. That was pretty sexy. There we go. There you go. If you're looking on YouTube Live right now, Steve is in the bottom corner. He's about to come on soon for a very important and special episode. But just before he does, we've got lots of people messaging in what they think the answer is. I'm going to tell you the answer. This country, which is very popular for coffee, has a lot of Korean cosmetics over there, has large biodiversity, makes the most emeralds in the world, is... Colombia입니다. Colombia is the answer, of course. Colombia in South America, the most famous coffee in the world. Even if you don't like coffee, like Manakdo Youngeunim, they're pretty famous for coffee. I always hear coffee beans come out of there. All right, we're going to choose a winner who's going to receive a coffee coupon. Is this coffee from Colombia, Jang PD? Colombian coffe인가요?
I'll try.
You will try. We'll try and import it directly from Colombia for you. We're going to give a coffee 한 잔 to 1463번님께 드리겠습니다. 1463번님 축하드립니다. You win today's coffee coupon. A lot of people got the answer right eventually. And if you didn't win, try again tomorrow because we have this quiz every single day. But thank you for participating. All right, don't go anywhere because this 멋쟁이 is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is 5:42 in the afternoon, and joining me, especially all the way from Hollywood, is Keanu Reeves. Hello there.
Hello.
Or
good
as we
to see
like
you
to call him,
guys.
Steve Nam.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Nam. How you doing, man? You're looking good today.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of people saying you're looking good as well.
For real?
Yeah, we have Juliet Nim fangirling over you, saying, "와, 너무 미치겠어요." Not my words. Not my words. But hey, you know, I thought the same too. What's the occasion?
Occasion? 오늘 조금 특별한 날이 있거든요.
Why is that?
Today's my mom's birthday.
Miss Nam, happy birthday, Mrs. Nam. Yeah.
Yeah, so after this, I got a, family gathering.
Awesome. Did you buy a gift?
I bought it.
Okay, I'm giving
오늘
it to her.
깜짝 선물로 드릴.
If she's listening, it's not a surprise anymore, is it?
I think she's not gonna listen.
Okay, good.
So that's why.
Okay.
So anyways, like every time, at the intro, 항상 기분이 좋잖아요.
Of course.
But today, 조금은 좀 마음이 아파요.
Why?
Like starting from next week, as I heard, this For Your Busan, it's gonna 개편. 그래서 저도 이제 떠나야죠. 네.
Wait a minute. So
it's time to leave, I guess.
For the first time, you have mentioned that next week is our new 개편 for BFM.
Wait, hold on.
So thank you for spoiling that, Steve.
Oh, yeah, you guys didn't tell yet?
You're not good at 깜짝 선물, right?
잠시만요. I thought you did.
다음 주는 이 BFM의 개편인데
맞아요.
스티브가 살아남을지 없어질지 정확히 모르겠습니다.
Oh, this was a survival game? I didn't know that.
So, we have Juliet Nim saying, what? What? But wait, what can we do to keep you here?
I have a one, 조건 하나가 있어요.
Okay, what is it?
If it's 3 people, comment on YouTube that Steve, please stay.
3 people?
No.
bar,
Okay. 30?
Go on.
30?
Let's say 10.
I can't survive.
10명.
5?
5? Okay.
마음 같아서는 I think 100 people's okay.
See you,
저
Steve.
자신 있어요.
All right, bye, Steve.
Hold on. Okay, at least 10 people.
10 people.
10 people.
한 명 지금 네, 줄리엣님.
All right,
for
Juliet's
real?
saying he must be here.
줄리엣님
All right.
사랑합니다. Love you.
Yeah.
But anyways, at least 10 people.
Yeah.
Say,
청취자분들 10명만
10명?
스티브님을 좀 살아주세요라고 해주시면
살아주세요.
살려주세요.
살아주세요.
살려주세요라고 하면 maybe our new producer will keep him here.
한번 두고 봐야죠. Let's see.
Yeah.
한번 두고 봐야겠죠.
There you go.
그 유효 기간은 딱 끝나기 전까지.
All right.
Like before
6.
Before 6?
Before
All right,
6.
before 6.
There you go.
6시 전까지
All right.
알려주시면 되겠습니다.
장PD, can you do the counting while we do this?
I will let the
All right, our 작가님 will do the counting.
아니 지금 벌써 10명 다 된 거 아니에요?
We have 3. You're on your way. You're on your way.
자, 분발합시다.
Let's do this.
네네, 자,
All right,
분발합시다.
all right. Let's do this, Steve. We want to keep you. So we're going into the world of sports.
Right.
What sport have we got today? You got some clips, right?
Yes, I have. Let's first listen to a clip and try to guess what it is.
Okay. Now, 저는 헤드폰이 없어서 제가 안 들렸거든요.
제가 다시 해드릴게요.
모르겠어요.
살짝 좀 바디랭귀지도 좀 드렸는데.
오케이.
드럼이랑은 좀 멀죠.
Okay. Another hint.
Another hint.
Yeah.
You use your hand and foot.
Okay.
And you gotta hit the thing bag.
Is it a sandbag thing?
Yeah.
Is it fighting?
It is fighting.
I think I know.
You know?
고수님 says 터널 공사.
Oh, no.
Sounds good. Juliet and Benny님 saying kickboxing.
Ooh!
Kickboxing.
How'd you guys know that?
That was pretty good. Your hint was amazing, man. Just
because of my hint?
well, your hint.
그러면 뭐.
Yeah, there you go.
But I thought like you guys gonna like answer just like boxing.
But you said feet as well.
Yeah.
So I think that helped. 사과 주스님 said, it's been a pleasure, Steve. Bye-bye.
자, 사과 주스님.
Yeah.
네, hold on. Wait,
But
잠시만요.
on the opposite side, we have 혼남 barg님 saying, 살려주세요.
Oh,
Okay.
살려주세요.
It sounds like a really...
It's kind of weird.
Sounds like a twisted competition game. Yeah.
뭔가 좀 이상하네요.
It's like Squid Game kind of.
오징어 게임 얘기하려고 했어요. So anyways, today we're going to talk about kickboxing.
Yeah.
So kickboxing is a dynamic combat sport that combines punches from boxing with kicks from martial arts like Taekwondo. It's known for its fast-paced action and is popular both as a competitive sport and a high-intensity workout. And the sport started gaining attention in the 1960s and quickly spread across the world, developing into its own unique style with various rules depending on the organization. Now on to the basics. Kickboxing matches usually take place in a ring. Fighters wear gloves, mouth guards, and sometimes shin guards. Matches are divided into rounds, each lasting 2 to 3 minutes. Points are scored based on clean, effective strikes using punches and kicks. So I just said it lasting 2 to 3 minutes, right? 되게 짧아 보이잖아요. But it's really, really tiring.
I watch occasionally. I'll watch a boxing or a kickboxing match, like MMA or something like that. They're very short. The rounds will last a couple of minutes, and then they'll have a break, and then they'll get back to it. So you got some clips. You went to a kickboxing club, and you got some clips. And this one we're going to listen to is with the chairman of the club, right?
Exactly. Let's take a listen.
Could you please introduce your kickboxing club?
저희 체육관 같은 경우에는 여기는 제가 크로스핏을 좋아하기 때문에 크로스핏과 킥복싱을 모두 운동할 수 있는 체육관이라서 이제 크로스핏 운동센터라는 이름을 뒤에 덧붙였습니다.
Could you describe the training programs for facilities available at your club and what types of kickboxing classes are offered?
크로스핏의 강력한 체력을 바탕으로 한 킥복싱 수업을 진행합니다. 여느 체육관과는 다르게 제가 직접 워밍업부터 메인 운동까지 다 선수 지도하고 크로스핏과 킥복싱을 둘 다 하기 때문에 너무 하드하게 크로스핏 와드를 진행하진 않고 소도구와 맨몸 운동 위주로 10분에서 20분 정도 짧고 굵게 운동을 합니다. 그리고 킥복싱 운동 같은 경우는 이제 20분 정도로 운동해서 한 타임당 한 총 50분 정도 뭐 1시간 수업을 할 때도 있고요. 그래서 보통 50분에서 1시간 정도 수업을 하고 너무 하드하지 않기 때문에 부상 위험도 적고 다양한 연령대의 사람들이 운동할 수 있는 게 특징입니다. 그래서 매일매일 운동 프로그램이 달라져서 지루하지 않고 매일 새로운 운동을 하는 것처럼 좀 재미있게 운동할 수 있습니다.
They're in like an octagon, like
You saw
in
that?
MMA, yeah, kind of like UFC style.
Yeah.
Oh, that punch to the... Oh, look at that.
That's an actual tournament.
That's brutal. I love it.
So anyways, this kickboxing club is located in Chwadong, Haeundae.
Okay.
What makes it different from other kickboxing gyms is that it's not just about kickboxing. They combine it with CrossFit. That's because the owner is a big fan of CrossFit and decided to blend the two together. As for the training program, the owner personally oversees everything and makes sure it's tailored to different skill levels so anyone can join regardless of experience.
I think when you look at a video clip like that, if you've never tried it, it can be really off-putting. I don't want to get punched in the face, right? you don't. But I think once you've been punched, 한 번 맞으면 you realize, oh, I'm not made of glass. You know, I can survive this. And then the more you get punched, it's like, hey, it's okay.
You're totally right.
Yeah, it just takes getting used to it. Now, I don't recommend getting punched, of course, because there's safety equipment, there's gloves and things like that.
Exactly.
Juliet-님, I've heard of this, saying chess boxing도 있어요. 체스 몇 분 두다가 boxing 했다가 keep switching between them.
Oh,
I've heard of that. It's really cool. You work your brain out and work your body out.
Wow.
That's a really cool concept, I think.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So you got more clips?
Exactly. Now let's listen to the club member.
How did you feel when you first started kickboxing, and how have your feelings changed over time?
이제 처음 킥복싱을 시작했을 때는 이제 살 한번 빼보자, 뭐 쉬워 보이고 몇 달만 배우면 또 저도 저렇게 화려하게 기술 쓸 수 있겠지라는 생각으로 도전하게 됐습니다. 근데 이제 모든 배움이 그렇듯이 노력할수록 제 장점이랑 단점 그리고 제가 처음 봤을 때 단순해 보였던 기술들에 어떤 디테일이 있었는지 깨달았습니다. 스스로에게도 실망도 많이 하고 자신감도 올라가면서 세상에 강자도 많고 대단한 분들도 많다는 걸 이제 스스로 몸으로 체득하면서 자연스럽게 겸손해지게 된 것 같습니다.
Is there a specific kickboxing skill or moment that you're particularly proud of?
이제 킥복싱에서도 역시 킥이 제일 좋다고 보는데 제가 유일하게 강점이라고 불리는 이 로우킥이 다른 킥복싱을 배우고 싶어하는 사람들은 모두 매력을 느낄 만한 기술 중 하나인 것 같습니다. 특히 매체를 통해 가장 많이 접근하고 볼 수 있는 기술도 이제 로우킥이 대표적이다 보니까 이제 남들에게도 나 킥복싱 좀 배웠다 하면서 소개할 때 로우킥 한번 딱 쳐주면은 다들 신기해하던 경험이 있고요. 이제 대회나 스파링에서도 제 오른발 로우킥이 상대에게 꽂혔을 때 그럴 때 가장 기분이 좋은 것 같습니다.
I know you're talking about low kick, but just while that clip was going on, I didn't get it. Tang PD, were you telling Steve to kick me?
No.
Me
opposite,
to kick him?
Opposite.
I can't kick Steve.
But you know how to kick low kick?
I'm too strong.
Hold on.
I don't want to hurt him.
저 살고 싶어요.
I don't want to. We've got lots of people saying 살려주세요. Actually, we just had an update. 9명.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 그 9명입니다.
9명.
Yeah, 9명. So we have Juliet, Benny님, 사고주스님, 혼남바그님, 만학도 영은님, 배문수님, 제니님, 3865님, 오재준님. One more. Let's listen to the next clip.
How has kickboxing affected your lifestyle or daily routine?
가장 큰 변화는 규칙적인 생활과 절제력이라고 생각합니다. 체력이 중요한 운동이다 보니 건강한 식단과 적절한 수면 시간이나 금주 같은 생활 습관이 변화가 큰 영향을 주었다고 생각합니다. 그러다 보니 자연스럽게 자신감이 올라오고 긍정적이고 당당해졌던 것 같습니다.
What do you enjoy most about kickboxing? Fitness, technique, or stress relief?
가장 큰 즐거움은 샌드백에서 터져나오는 타격감과 타격음이라고 생각합니다. 주먹 끝에서 터져나오는 힘이 샌드백에 닿았을 때 스트레스와 쾌감이 같이 터지면서 몸과 마음의 무게가 가벼워지는 게 느껴져 즐거움을 느낀다고 생각합니다.
Can you share a moment when you overcame a tough challenge during kickboxing training or sparring?
큰 벽을 느끼거나 자존감을 느낄 때는 작은 변화에 집중하면서 작은 틈을 메꿔가는 것을 집중하고 있습니다. 가드를 더 튼튼하게 올리거나 킥을 집중적으로 하는 등 작은 변화를 차근차근 고쳐나가다 보면 좌절감보다는 성취감을 생겨나 극복할 수 있었던 것 같았습니다.
Okay.
Yeah, like after I went to this spot, 정말 seriously, I want to try it out.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So, you've brought in a lot of dances until now.
Yeah,
now you brought in kickboxing, and I've never seen you so enthused.
Yeah.
So, if you're like Steve and you do want to try this sport out, then how do we join this club?
That's a good question. Let's take a listen.
What are the procedures for joining your club and what benefits are provided after becoming a member?
따로 복잡한 절차는 없고 저희는 강력한 체력을 만들고 킥복싱을 배우고 싶은 열정 있는 분들이라면 누구든지 가입할 수 있습니다. 가입 후에는 어떤 목적이든 제가 다 이룰 수 있도록 도와드리겠습니다. 다이어트면 다이어트, 체력이면 체력, 무엇이든지 좋고 또한 저희가 초보자뿐만 아니라 오래 운동을 한 킥복싱 매니아 분들 그리고 자신의 한계를 뛰어넘고 싶어하는 분들을 위해서 킥복싱 시합을 열고 있습니다. 이 대회는 킥복싱의 생활 체육으로서 활성화를 목적으로 한 아마추어 킥복싱 시합이고 많은 관심 부탁드리겠습니다.
Okay, so if you want to join it, give it a go. Do some kickboxing, great exercise. And,
Exactly.
Thank you for that, Steve. This has been your last one for this season. Now the question is, are you safe?
Did I survive?
Will you be here next season?
Did I survive?
Now, we had 9 people earlier.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And we're
Earlier.
searching for that one more. Mm-hmm. But it seems like, I don't know. We have people are saying, 고수님, can you save him? And 고수님 is like, me? With 물음표. Is that a yes? You got 1 minute to one person.
One person.
Save him.
One
in 1
person.
minute. Steve, 살려주세요.
살려주세요.
He's a good asset. Please. We don't want to lose him, do we?
I want to survive, guys.
There we go. All right. Someone else. All right. You know what? We're gonna count that. We're gonna count 고수님 as the 10th person. Steve, we'll see you next season.
All right. 사랑합니다.
There you go. He's all right. That was a lot. Of course, we were going to keep Steve. We wouldn't let him go. He's too precious to us right here. Well, everyone, the time is now 5:55 in the afternoon. We're going to see you tomorrow. Please have a safe and wonderful evening, and have a good one, everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4.